been talking about.
Does he not respect the United States Senate?
He absolutely respects the United States Senate.
Maybe he's tired. Could he be tired? I looked up his salary last year. He made $71 million. Maybe he's been up all night counting his money and he's tired. Could that be it?
No, Senator. Mr. Schulman has only recently been appointed the CEO of Verizon.
Were you general counsel when Verizon had to pay $93.5 million because it cheated the taxpayers of this country by overcharging on invoices to the GSA?
Senator, can you say a little bit more? I'm not.
You don't remember that?
I'm not familiar. I'm sure
okay.
familiar with what you're talking about.
Were you CEO when the FCC fined Verizon $46.9 billion because you shared location data of your customers with third parties?
I am not now and have never been the CEO of Verizon, but I'm familiar.
I mean, were you general counsel?
I was not in my current role, but I'm familiar with the matter you're talking about.
Yeah. Were you general counsel of Verizon when Verizon had to pay $30 million in ERISA litigation for cheating their own employees?
The Senate chamber went silent the moment Senator John Kennedy leaned into his microphone. What was supposed to be routine testimony from a Verizon executive quickly turned into something far more explosive. The Louisiana senator did not waste time with pleasantries. He zeroed in on executive accountability, corporate conduct, and controversial subpoenas tied to the Jack Smith investigation. But what followed was not a calm policy discussion. It was a rapid-fire interrogation that left the Verizon general counsel scrambling for answers. Kennedy questioned CEO absence, multi-million-dollar fines, alleged racial quotas, and the company's compliance with federal subpoenas. Every answer was met with sharper questions. Every pause was challenged. The exchange exposed deep tensions between corporate power and government authority. It also raised serious questions about executive responsibility when legal controversies arise. And by the end of it, Kennedy made it clear he believes this fight is far from over.
I understood that you wanted a legal department representative.
No, we invited him. Why didn't he come?
Senator, that was my understanding is that you were looking for legal department testimony.
Well, does he know you're here?
Yes, Senator.
Oh. Is he too tired? I mean, is he too busy to come?
Absolutely not. Mr. Schulman is very focused on finding the right solutions for the committee.
I can tell.
We've been talking about.
Does he not respect the United States Senate?
He absolutely respects the United States Senate.
Maybe he's tired. Could he be tired? I looked up his salary last year. He made $71 million. Maybe he's been up all night counting his money and he's tired. Could that be it?
No, Senator. Mr. Schulman has only recently been appointed the CEO of Verizon.
Were you general counsel when Verizon had to pay $93.5 million because it cheated the taxpayers of this country by overcharging on invoices to the GSA?
Senator, can you say a little bit more? I'm not.
You don't remember that?
I'm not familiar. I'm sure
okay.
familiar with what you're talking about.
Were you CEO when the FCC fined Verizon $46.9 billion because you shared location data of your customers with third parties?
I am not now and have never been the CEO of Verizon, but I'm familiar.
I mean, were you general counsel?
I was not in my current role, but I'm familiar with the matter you're talking about.
Yeah. Were you general counsel of Verizon when Verizon had to pay $30 million in ERISA litigation for cheating their own employees?
Senator, I have some familiarity with that matter. I was not in my current role.
Thought you might. Were you general counsel of Verizon when you guys and gals implemented racial quotas in hiring?
Senator, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
Yes,
I do disagree with
yes,
the
you do.
suggestion that.
Yes, you do. You know perfectly well what I'm talking about, counsel. Were you general counsel of Verizon when Verizon implemented quotas in hiring based on gender?
Senator, I'm not aware of Verizon ever implementing quotas
Sure you are.
in hiring.
That's
based on
illegal,
gender.
isn't it? You know it's illegal, don't you?
I understand it's illegal, Senator, and I'm not aware of Verizon ever having done that.
Yeah. Well, you took con law?
I did, Senator.
Okay. Were Were you in the Frisbee, or in the quad playing Frisbee during the part about you can't discriminate against people on the basis of race and gender?
Senator, I'm well aware you cannot discriminate on the basis of race or
Okay.
gender.
Were you
To my knowledge, Verizon has never
Were you
done
general counsel when you required all your employees to go to classes based on, to teach them about critical race theory, including, quote, systemic racism, white fragility, and intersectionality?
that. Senator, that has never happened.
Yes, I did. You're under oath, counsel. All right, so you got this subpoena from Jack Smith for senator's records. Did you know who Jack Smith was?
I am aware of who Jack Smith
Yeah,
was, Senator.
you knew at the time that Jack Smith worked for President Biden, and the Attorney General, President Biden's appointee, hired Jack Smith to prosecute a former President of the United States, a former opponent of President Biden, and a current opponent of President Biden, and everybody associated with him. You were aware of that?
Senator, I'm aware of the nature of Mr. Smith's investigation.
Yeah, I thought you would be. And you get this order along with the names that the federal government wants you to divulge that says the people on this list we think might destroy evidence or tamper with witnesses. And it was signed by Judge Boasberg. Is that right?
We did receive a non-disclosure order.
Yeah.
signed
Did you
by
know who Judge Boasberg was?
Senator, I was not involved in reviewing that non-disclosure
Oh, well,
order,
you did.
but I
Is
am
general counsel?
I am aware of who
This
Judge
was just
Boasberg
a
is.
frivolous thing to you? Were you aware that Judge Boasberg hates Republicans like the devil hates holy water?
Senator, I do not know Judge Boasberg,
Yeah.
and I'm not aware
Boasberg.
of who he hates.
Okay. Did you look up the names of the people being subpoenaed, whose records were subpoenaed?
In responding to the subpoena, Senator, we produced the subscriber names.
Did you look up the names, see who they were?
Personally, no.
Just give me one more minute, Madam Chair. So let me get this straight. You get a subpoena from Jack Smith, who's been on the front page of every paper, with an order signed by Judge Boasberg saying these guys might destroy records, and you didn't look up the names. Is that your testimony?
Senator, when our analysts responded to the subpoena,
Is that your testimony?
Yeah.
Don't stall me.
No, I'm trying to answer your question, Senator.
No, you're not. You're trying to stall me. You know I'm out of time.
Senator, when our analysts responded to the subpoena, part of that response would have included the subscriber names associated with the accounts.
In the end, Senator Kennedy demonstrated exactly why congressional oversight matters. He refused to accept vague answers, careful phrasing, or corporate distancing from past controversies. He demanded clarity where there was hesitation and accountability where there was deflection. That is the role of a United States senator, not to flatter executives, but to question them on behalf of the American people. Kennedy made it clear that massive salaries come with massive responsibility. When companies operate at a national scale and profit from millions of customers, they must be prepared to face direct scrutiny. He did not allow legal technicalities to cloud the bigger issue of transparency. He pressed on executive absence, regulatory penalties, hiring practices, and subpoena compliance with equal intensity. His rapid-fire questioning signaled that no topic was off-limits. Whether discussing diversity policies or federal investigations, he stayed focused on the principle of equal treatment under the law. Kennedy's approach reflected a belief that corporations shouldn't simply comply quietly, but should also consider the broader constitutional implications of their actions. He framed the debate around fairness, legality, and respect for the Senate's authority. In doing so, he reminded viewers that oversight is not harassment, it is a constitutional duty. The hearing underscored that powerful institutions must answer hard questions, especially when public trust is on the line. And by the close of the exchange, Kennedy had made one thing unmistakably clear: accountability is not optional, it is expected.